Welcome back guys to a new video. Now today's video is going to be the video I always do for you guys once the update does drop for ARK Survival Evolved, and that is going to be how to spawn in all the brand new dinos and tame that did come out of the update for PS4 and Xbox One. Obviously that is version 754 and version 507 on the PS4 and the Xbox One, so we're going to be going straight in with this video as I always do. If you guys do enjoy this video and you wouldn't mind dropping a like, that'd be great, and if you wouldn't mind subscribing if you're new to the channel, that'd be great too. Thank you for all the support you guys have been showing on the channel. We're getting close already. We're getting closer and closer to 41,000 already, which is just unbelievable. So thank you so much. Really does mean a lot. But apart from that, we're just going to get straight into the video, which, you know, we have got a lot of dinos. Obviously, we've got 4, which, when I say a lot, but, you know, sometimes in updates, they only bring out 2 or something like that. So we do have 4 dinos today, which is usually the average amount. But we have the giant bee, the pig, the underwater creature, which is the Liperodon. I always say that wrong, and I know I always say it wrong, and you guys tell me in the comments, and then I start getting it wrong again. And we also have the Kentrosaurus, which is a relative of the Stegosaurus. So it's going to be interesting in seeing this in the in the video to see how things work, and we're not just going to be spawning them in and taming them straight away. We're just going to see how they are, riding them around, and just testing them out in that sort of way. But let's just get straight in with it first. So we're going to try. As you can see, I did type in God mode because I tried spawning in the bee for the first time, and it does a lot of damage, so we're going to have to spawn it in while looking at it and then force tame it, because obviously, you know, we don't want it to be flying around constantly, but they are pretty awesome in the game. So, as you do on every spawning in video from me, you press start, which gets you up the admin command box, which you guys know, and then you get onto admin command. Now, once you're on that, you literally just press A on the box, then you need to type in summon, which summon is your first way in being able to spawn in your, the dino, because that's the command saying summon. There are other commands, there are other ones that, you can get them spawned in straight away, but I've always done it this way. It's been over a year now since I first did my first ever how to spawn in video, so, it's I've always sort of followed this, and I might look into different ways into the future, as I said in my last spawning in video, but right now I'm sticking to this. So, after you typed in summon, obviously you need a space after it. We're going to go with the giant bee first. So, I don't know for a fact if I know for a fact giant bee, the command, when you type that and it doesn't work, but you type in bee for this. Now, I don't know if this is a normal standard bee. I know there's a queen bee, so what I might do after this is literally just put queen bee in front, or maybe, what was it for alphas again? I might put mega bee and see if that makes any difference. But I know for a fact if you just want to spawn in a normal bee and test it out, you need this. So after you have B, you need your first underscore of the, obviously of the video, which then you move, after that underscore, you move on to typing in character. Once you've typed in character, as you can see me on screen typing it in, you need to make sure everything of the spelling is right to make sure this works. You then need your second underscore, which once you've done that, as you'll see on the screen, and you can pause the video at any time if you do need to wait and see things through. You need BP, and then you need your final underscore, and then you need C. So, let me just quickly put C, and as you'll be able to see on the screen right now, this is the exact command, summon B underscore character underscore BP underscore C. You click enter, and then on your screen right now, you will see that there has been something right now that has spawned in. Now, we're obviously going to force tame it. Hopefully, we can force tame it first time, so it doesn't decide to, actually just turn around and start attacking me, because that would not be good. So, force tame, and once, as we always do when you type that in, you press enter afterwards, and then you go to admin command. Now, it looks, by the looks of things, it has worked, and we do have the giant bee. That is looking awesome. That is obviously, well, it's not the giant bee. Well, actually, no, it is called the giant bee. Okay, so it is just, they're literally just called giant bees. So I know there's a queen bee, which we're going to try now, but they've really improved ARK on the movement of dinos. Like, if you can see, like, obviously, what you can see on the screen, look at the way, like, obviously the wings work and how the legs are working, how it sways. Like, they're definitely improving so much, obviously, as the full game's not too far away. That is looking awesome. We can change the name of this little guy. The giant bees look awesome. I want to see if I can get the queen bee. If I can't, then obviously that means the command, that just doesn't work for command. So completely ignore what I'm doing right now unless it works. If it doesn't work, this could be completely wrong. I'm going to try the first thing. I'm going to try 2 things, which is going to be queen bee, which I don't know if will work, but I'm going to try my best. There might even have to be a space between it, but there usually isn't. I doubt this is going to work, but I thought, as I'm doing this live, I thought I'd just do it, just randomly, and and you'll see it being typed in on the screen right now. You know, that's why I'm doing it fast for you guys, but I know you know the commands already. So let's see if this does work. I don't know if it will. If not, we'll try Mega Bee. And no, it doesn't look like anything spawned in. Okay, so Queen Bee doesn't work. We'll try Mega Bee, and if that doesn't work, that means, you know, that there will be a command, which I might do in a separate video for the actual, when I find out for the Queen Bee. But yeah, that's going to be interesting to see, because that didn't even work either. But, yeah, so that was obviously how to spawn in the bee, if you did want to know. We're now going to be moving on to the pig, which is the Daeodon, which I always say wrong, which actually is a very, really awesome one on the game. So, you know, you can just, once you've typed in the command first, obviously when you force tame it, it will, obviously the command will change, which is annoying, because then you have to type it all back in again. But if it's like me, where, you know, you've just typed in something there, the command will stay there if you do press enter and then admin command. So what we obviously do, you need to type in the dino name after you've got the command. Hopefully I spell this right, because I know the spellings. It's not too bad, but I know I usually get some things wrong sometimes. So let's make sure we get this completely right, and this should spawn in the pig. It might even just be pig, but I'm sure it follows by its name, and it does, which we're going to force tame it straight away, because we don't want this guy to be attacking us. I might do in a separate video, like how these guys attack and things like that, because that might be something interesting for you guys to see what they're like in the wild. But yes, as you can see, the pig is here. They are actually huge. Like, this is the first time I've seen the pig on the console. Obviously, I've seen it on the PC because it comes out first, and they're pretty, yeah, they're pretty awesome. You know, I mean, I haven't actually tamed one on the PC before, so this is the first time I'm actually using it on the console. Their attack is obviously the bite, as you can see. They're usually referred as hell pigs on the actual Wikipedia of ARK, on Survive the ARK. That's what was said. So they can chop down trees, they can jump. They can jump pretty fast. So definitely one of my favourites right now. I mean, I'm very excited. I know a lot of people are very excited for the giant bee, but this is actually one definitely to look. You know, the game has frozen. That isn't good. Hopefully it comes back. There we go, it's back. That was a long freeze. That really was a long freeze. So, so you can see the difference in size. I mean, this guy is actually like massive. Like, that is awesome though. So I want to get like a close-up pit. So, no passive healing. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. It heals very quickly, this guy. That does look so cool, doesn't it, guys? It really, really does. Loving that one, and I can't wait to try that more on, like, you know, officials and stuff like that. But anyway, moving on to the third dino is an underwater creature, which is what we're going to have to go to the water for. So we're going to tech tier our way over there. I've been, you know, when I always make sure I have my tech tier on when I'm doing these videos, because, you know, I can get around to places quicker. I think I'll just stay in shallow waters. I know, obviously, I know it's not as great doing it in the shallow waters, but you know, I need to level up my guy as well, because I just hate having it constantly saying leveling up. I'm hopefully the auction isn't too bad. We're literally just going to pump in so much weight, get rid of all the points, then we never have to worry about it being over encumbered. So there we go, and there we go, all sorted on that in that department. So what we're going to be doing is, obviously, as we always do, is summon. So let's type that in now, which is summon. Then we need to be moving straight on to space, sorry, I nearly got it wrong for myself there. And I'm sure the name is just exactly the same. Sometimes for long names, ARK actually do like different things, like the Giga, they have Gigant, which is the command for it. Instead of Gigantosaurus, it's just Gigant. So sometimes it's smaller, but I think, from what I know, this guy will literally just be the same as its name. So make sure you get all the spelling right, because I know for a fact I've probably got some wrong already. No, I think I've got it right. Yeah, this guy's got a very interesting name. Yeah, so this should do the job. I know obviously sometimes the names can be pretty crazy. That's why I just struggle to pronounce sometimes. And some of you guys are amazing at pronouncing it. Some stuff I see in the comments, obviously I don't know by voice, but some of you guys are really, really good at pronouncing them. Like, you know how to say it very well. So so then obviously after character, you guys know it already. It's BP, then it's _C, and then as you will see, this should spawn in our guy. Let's see, and it has, which is awesome. So it says put giant bee honey to tame in in last slot to feed. So that's how you would normally do it. It looks like we're actually stuck in it. So we're gonna have to go into Ghost to be able to get out of it, which I didn't realize we'd actually stuck in the dino itself. It's probably because it's a bit too massive to be in this type of place it is now. There we go. We're out. Oh, we seem to be going too fast. Okay, no, we don't want to go that way. We do not want to go that way. Alright, I'm turning off Ghost now. I know you have to type in walk, don't you? I should be remembering these the first times I did years ago. I did all the commands and stuff. So walk. So there we go. Oh, No, there we go. Okay, so this is the guy here. Pretty big. You know, he's not massive, but he's very interesting. And I need to stop using this text. So, you know, and we obviously, you know, it needs to be able to feed and to be able to tame. You need to do it. So obviously, it's a passive tame. Apparently, this guy can only be tamed for an hour. Is that? Thought that was its tongue for a second then. That does look pretty creepy. So I'm gonna just look at this guy here. Like, it just looks so spooky. So we're gonna force tame him just because that's how we always do on these types of videos. Which is force tame. And then we will move on to the final dino after this guy, which I think I think we missed that. There we go. Okay, so yeah, time tames remaining. It's only 30 minutes, which I know once you tame them, you can only use them for a certain amount, which we can ride, which is pretty awesome. This is no, I like the way this guy swims and look at that chomp, guys. That I knew that from my done videos before that it has a massive chomp. Just look at this guy here. That is awesome. Look at that. That is not going to be safe at all. It really isn't. Look at the chomp on this guy. It's like, I want to try and get that in a really good zoom. Like, wow, that is awesome. So, you only get 30 minutes, obviously, with this guy being tamed. He's pretty quick, you know, but he's definitely one to look forward to, guys. I definitely recommend you taming them, because I know they have lots of other benefits, like temperature benefits and stuff. So yeah, and in water, tech is so quick. So we're going to be moving now on anyway to the final one, which is the Kentrosaurus, which is another one to be very excited about. So yeah, look, look what it's done. It's actually done something which I think is something to do with the temperature. Look, there's something. Is something going to be spinning around us on orbit? Yeah, look, after riding it, which is awesome. So definitely. Oh look, there's a kangaroo over there. I need to pay attention more. Anyway. So, moving on to the final dino is obviously the Kentrosaurus, which is done in exactly the same ways it's always done, which is with summon, and then Kentrosaurus. I'm sure it's exactly the same, just literally Kentrosaurus, which is good, because it's not too bad to spell. Kentro, I think I've probably got, no, I've got it right so far. You know, I'm definitely excited to see if we can, did I get that wrong? No, I got it right, okay. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if this guy can be rideable once force tamed. I would like to say yes, but I'm not too sure. So just make sure to, if you are confused at any point with the commands, as I said, you can pause the video at any time if you do need to know. So it's exactly the same character. _BP and then _C. So let's go to that now and move on to the final thing, which is the C, which, as you'll see on your screen right now, it has been done, and we can summon in our Kentrosaurus, which it doesn't actually look like it's worked. Maybe it's just Kentro. Maybe there's a name for it. Okay, unless I spelled it wrong, which I know that's exactly right. So I'm gonna quickly, you know, did I spell it wrong? No, Kentrosaurus, yeah, I definitely spelled it right, that is not great. Okay, so we're going to go to right now so we can find in the spawn command for it, the Kentrosaurus, because sometimes they have different names, because obviously I'm doing this live. This is a live recording, so it's a little bit different. So let's see, so we have got the bee, and so we can actually get the queen bee as well, guys, which I think I'll show you in this video. So it's Kentro, oh, it's Kentros, it's literally without the Saurus. Okay, so this should work after we put Kentro. Let's do that right now. So Kentro, and that should spawn it in. There we go, guys. Okay, so you put Kentro. That is not professional. It's not professional by me to be doing that halfway, but obviously as it's live. Wow, okay, this guy is going to attack us straight away. Look at that attack. That is solid. We're going to force tame it, and we're also going to get the queen bee in this video as well. That is going to be something you guys are going to love. I haven't even seen the queen bee before, so even though it's been on PC, I haven't even seen it before. Right. Kentrosaurus tamed. Can we do it? No, you can't. They don't even allow it when it's force tamed. That's sad. Oh, well, that's the Kentrosaurus attack. That's basically, you know, tamed. That's what it looks like. Awesome. Definitely something to watch out for. Don't go too near it because these spikes will finish you very dangerously. So, we're going to do a final thing. I mean, I was thinking of doing this in a separate video, but I'm going to do it in this video for you guys, which is to spawn in the queen bee. So let's do that right now. So I think you've got to do bee_queen. I think that's what you've got to do from what I know. So let's give it a go. If it doesn't work, then I will do it in a separate video. But I do think it is going to be bee or queen_bee, I think it was. Or no, bee_queen. So let's try this now. I'm hoping it's going to work. I mean, there's a chance that it won't, but, you know, I'm giving it a go. So let's hope. So bee_queen_, character. I'd love to see the queen bee just to see how massive it is, because I haven't even seen it on PC, as I said, so I'd love to see that as well. So underscore BP. Let's hope for the best that it works, and then see, and let's see it's actually worked. We've got the queen bee, and the hive has spawned in as well. Okay, so this is going to be something new. Gather honey, and then is that when the queen bee comes out, or is it flying over? Oh, there they are. They are not happy. They are not happy with me. They are not happy whatsoever. Obviously, I have God mode on me. Where's the queen bee? Where's the queen bee? Obviously, we're going to have to fight them off because I don't want these flying over me all the whole time. Move, giant bees. Move this. All right, there we go. I think... Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be interesting. Oh. All my dinos basically attacking the bees. Well, are they going to break the nest? Okay, decent. Alright, all my dinos are basically all stuck there now. So I'm going to move over here just so I can do that one more time. And then I will move away from it. So that's the queen bee. Then it turns into the nest. Can we just... Is there a way of gathering and seeing the queen bee? I don't think so. I think you've actually got to be, because they live in trees as well. So as soon as you gather, they all come out. Wow, that is awesome. All my dinos are going to come over again, aren't they? But anyway, yeah, no, that's basically what it is when you spawn in the queen bee. We will do a separate video, I think, on the queen bee a little bit more, just so you know, just so we can actually see a little bit more on it, and so you guys can understand and see the queen bee a little bit more in action. But anyway, guys, I am going to be ending this video here. I'm still being attacked. Maybe I should break this because, you know, that's just not going well. Did I break it? There we go. I've broken it. So yeah, let's get rid of these bees. Let's get rid of these bees and come to the end of the video. I think we've just done it. Is there one more chasing me still? Go away. There we go. Okay. I think we're all good now. So we're gonna fly away and we're gonna be ending the video here. It looks like this is. Oh, is that the queen bee? That could be the queen bee. That might be the queen bee. It is the queen bee. Okay, no, that is the queen bee, and that's what you guys want to see. Which, if I'm not wrong, she's putting out other bees, which is... Oh, that's awesome. So let's get rid of the queen bee. Okay, bye, queen bee. And there's still going to be loads. I need to end this video now anyway. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy. It's been a pretty interesting video. There's still loads of bees everywhere now just flying about, and I do not like it whatsoever. That was another queen bee. That was probably the one from earlier. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Thank you for all the support. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will always be in the description down below. Thank you for watching, guys.